Well, hello again. This is Buck Benny speaking. Welcome to our very first Talk Tuesday. I don't know how long we're going to keep doing this. We shall see. But Talk Tuesday is going to be where I come on, talk a little bit about the various podcasts we have going on, what's coming up, and all of that sort of thing. I just had some new news, and so I thought I would come on and chat with you guys a little bit this week. We may do this every week. Who knows? So, first off, let's start by saying that in a couple of weeks, the International Jack Benny convention, virtual convention, is going to be being held. If you go to their Facebook page, they've got information on it. I'll be there. Kathy will be there. John, our team, Hope, and so forth, and just a whole group of us. Zach, and one thing we're doing is we're presenting the 50th anniversary of Jack's second farewell special, and that'll be fun. We'll present it on our podcast at some point in the future, but probably not until the summer. So this is a way to get to it early. Also, we will be doing a talk about the Yosemite trip that Jack has. I've decided that when you take everything into account, the fact that I listen to so many Jack Benny shows and things, and I do love them, but this one is so unique. His trip to Yosemite from 1940, with the whole gang going to Yosemite to go skiing, that I've decided I really think that is my favorite Jack Benny arc of all time and my favorite Jack Benny episodes of all time. And I've never really been able to say that before. Usually it's always been, well, this is in the top five or this is in the top 10, but it really, I do think they're my favorites. So join us there if you can. I will try, not this Talk Tuesday because I can't get back together quick enough. But on our next Talk Tuesday, I'll have a link to it and the whole thing so you can join the International Jack Benny Convention if you like. And there's so many presenters and so many things that go on there. It's a lot of fun. Now, the other thing that's new that I wanted to present is I just received in the mail, and if you're watching this on Spotify, you actually can see me and see the book I'm holding up and the whole thing. If you're listening to it on any other podcast service, you're listening because it only plays on Spotify on the video part of it. And that's true for any videos I play. You can always catch them on Spotify and they will show the video. If you listen anywhere else, you're just listening. So, which is fine too, whatever you want to do. So, anyway, the book I'm holding up is Kathy Fuller Seeley's newest book. It's yellow. It's Jack Benny's Lost Radio Broadcasts, Volume 3. It's in hardback, is the version I got. The papers aren't quite as nice this time, I'll just be honest, but I do like having it in hardback still. The back is kind of nice. It's got a picture of Jack and Mary and Harry Conn. I don't think that's Mary. I think that's Cecil Shuda, maybe. Maybe that's the Shuda fan. I don't know. Whoever that anyway. It's got a nice picture on the back. And the catching bit on the back says the highlights. It's Gracie Allen and George Burns burst down into the January 8th episode as she searches for her missing brother George. She went around to all the different radio shows and appeared on them. This has a bigger intro than any of her other books, um, of the Lost Radio, because there's so much going on. There's so much behind the scenes stuff. This is probably of the three. This is probably the best one to just get because it's so interesting. Everything that's happening. Parodies around the popular films like Grand Hotel, stage chestnuts like Bertha, the Sewing Machine Girl, and the origins of the Diddleberries versus Van Twist's feud. High stakes drama for Benny surrounding Canada Dry's imposition of the bubbles of 1932. Broadway production storyline onto his show. So they kind of were taking over Jack's show, and Jack had to fight to get it back. It's really interesting. And of course, like I say, from Kathy Fuller Seeley. If you get it from Bear Manor Media, you can order it. I ordered it for $40, no shipping, no tax, just straight $40 for the hardbound version. If you order from Amazon, For $40, you'll get the paperback. You won't get the hardbound. And if you want the hardbound, it'll be $52 plus shipping, and not plus shipping. I mean, if you're a Prime member, you want to pay shipping, of course, but you will pay tax. And so it'll probably be, I don't know, 55 or something by the time you look at it. So for $40, save yourself some money, get it from Bear Banner Media, get the money more directly to Kathy and to Ben Omar, who runs Bear Manor Media, and check around to see what else they offer at Bear Manor Media. There's lots of good stuff. Now, we haven't talked about my podcast in forever. I've just been kind of working at it, and so hard to just keep up with it and everything that it's tricky. But there's some wonderful things going on with the podcast. I'm going to pause for just a second. And I'm back. So I was going to talk about my podcast a little bit because I haven't talked about them in a long time. I'm trying to get more and more shows out on a daily sort of basis. We, of course, have the big kahuna, the Jack Benny podcast, the Jack Benny OTR podcast, anyway, that a lot of folks have listened to for years. We're running Jack Benny, and we're running The Big Show. We're running Superman. We're running Bing Crosby from 1949, which is just wonderful. It also has the Al Jolson show running with it, and beautiful sound quality. I love playing that for you folks. We just run all our biggest shows over there. Of course, Jack twice a week, and the Phil Harris show with Jack and everything. But then, and you're probably listening to this there, most of you, but we also have the Judy Garland podcast, Judy Garland and Friends podcast. And on that one, we are running it. The story is we run like the big stars at the time. So you have Judy Garland. We run the Bing Crosby show from 1954. We run we're running Lux Radio Theater on Mondays for Movie Monday. Then Screen Guild Directors Playhouse on Saturday. We, of course, Judy Garland on Sunday. We're starting to run on Wednesdays. We take kind of an escape, and we play the let's see, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall's radio show, which is just a wonderful radio show called Bold Venture, and it's fun to listen to. And so we'll run that. We'll run a couple other things. We're going to start running Orson Welles, his almanac over there. So a lot of things you can catch over there, and I think you'll like it too. And then the other third big podcast we have going is our Strange New Worlds of Dimension X -1. And I sort of use that name. So we're running our reviews and things of Strange New Worlds, which is the Star Trek television show that is such a big hit and everything on Paramount Plus. And we just get together with some of my friends, and we chat about it and talk about it and give you that information about that show. It's had 2 seasons so far, and we've reviewed every episode. We're in the middle of presenting the reviews of the 2nd season, and we'll keep on presenting those. Mostly trying to do those on Saturdays, so Star Trek Saturday. And then on Sunday, we present usually suspense episodes. So we have Suspense Sunday, where actually, no, I guess we're not doing Suspense Sunday. I guess we're doing Superman Sunday, where we're presenting Superman episodes, usually a week earlier than we present them over on the Jack Benny podcast. We're also presenting Suspense and Escape, and we're doing Johnny Dollar over there. We with some beautiful sounding Johnny Dollars that we have. I try to do everything that's kind of adventure, and it's science fiction, all kind of tied together, that sort of thing. We're going to start presenting over there weekly Superman, the serials that were broadcast in 1948. There's 15 episodes for the first one, and then 1950 there's a follow-up that has 15 episodes that were shown in movie theaters to get kids coming back in, with Kirk Allen as Superman, Noel Neill as Lois Lane, They're just delightful. We haven't presented any of them yet. We're going to, in the next few weeks, start doing that. And we'll be presenting them once a week. And if you watch it on Spotify, you'll be able to watch it and see the actual serial. If you listen, you can just hear the soundtrack and things if you listen anywhere else. But like I say, if you go to Spotify for any of my podcasts, whenever I do a video one, you'll see the video. Now, this ties into two more podcasts, I guess. And another one that's we added last year was and this one's all video, but it also will give you audio if you get it from anywhere else, of course. But if you go to Spotify, it'll be video. We've been presenting the Jack Benny television show, and we're on season 5. We presented the first 4 seasons, or the ones what exists of them. And this last summer, we played a lot of the specials, and that's over on the Jack Benny TV Videocast. We release a new one every week. Every Sunday, we release a new episode, and you can watch them there, get them automatically through Spotify and things where they'll show up, and you can watch them through Spotify. If you're not a big Spotify fan and you'd rather watch most of any videos we do on YouTube, if you go to @BuckBenny on YouTube, you'll see all of our YouTube videos, which are the same ones. So we do a new YouTube video, the whole gang, and we introduce a brand new YouTube video every week on Sunday nights at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And I'm there too, commenting, typing in information when we premiere it and things, and talking to people and so forth. It's a lot of fun. So join us for those premieres. And like I say, it's @BuckBenny. And we'll be presenting the Jack Benny show, of course, Jack Benny television show on Sunday nights, like I said. Then at that same time, other nights, we're going to start presenting new shows. On Wednesday, my daughter and I are going to be introducing Walt Disney's original shows from 1955, where he first had his Walt Disney Disneyland show. And we'll present those each week on Wednesday for Walt Disney Wednesday, again at 4 o'clock Pacific and 7 o'clock Eastern. We're also going to present the Supermans will be there. I think we'll probably do Superman on Saturday, I would assume. And so we'll start airing those as well. There's something else we were going to start airing too. Oh, yeah, we're also going to be Mindy and I. She has introduced all of our Judy Garlands. She and I have already recorded some of these. We're going to, on every Friday at 4 p.m. West Coast and 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be having the Judy Garland television show and some Judy Garland specials and things that we'll be presenting, and you can come watch those again on our YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is, in the show notes for this show, I'm going to put links to all of my various podcasts so you guys can link to them and everything and find all of my shows that I've just mentioned. I know it's too much for like any person to watch all of it, but I'm figuring you might find a few shows that you like on the various podcasts, and having access to all of them might be good, so you can kind of pick and choose what you want to listen to. If it's Bing Crosby, great. If it's the Superman's, fantastic. If you want to listen to us review Star Trek, that's fine too. Just love doing this, and we have a great time. It's hard to keep it all rolling, so I will do my best. And thank you to all the folks that have donated and things. I may put a donation link below. I haven't asked for donations in like forever, but because I just feel like I haven't had everything fully ready. So, but we're getting close to where I feel comfortable to ask for donations again. But anyway, just thanks all of you for listening and watching and caring about what we do. I love these Talk Tuesdays. It'd be nice if we keep doing this some. And if you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about on Talk Tuesday, just email me at buckbennyotr@gmail.com. And you can ask whatever questions you have, and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. Um, and tell me if there's any other shows you want me to bring you or anything. Uh, Certainly have space for some more shows, probably. Anyway, what I'm going to do, because I'm bringing you so many shows now and things, it won't always have an intro from me. A lot of them will just be the show, and that's okay. And sometimes I'll have intros and not, because I can't do intros on everything. But anyway, enjoy, and we'll see you folks later. Well, tomorrow, we run Gunsmoke over there on our Dimension X, uh, Strange New Worlds of Dimension X podcast over there. So that's for Wednesday nights, Wednesday Westerns. We'll probably start running Orson Welles on Wednesdays over on our Orson Welles Almanac, probably over there on the Judy Garland site. And then on the Jack Benny site, we're running, of course, the Big Show. We've got a few months left of the Big Show, and Mindy introduces the Big Show, and she does a fantastic job. So just a lot of fun things to catch up on. So we'll see you folks next time. Thank you so much, and have a safe week and a wonderful week. And check out the show notes below to see the connections and everything.